Hey everyone, this is Lightstar, and I'm going to do my Oracle Consciousness reading for the second quarter of 2021. So we're going to find out what's coming up with this energies and the updates of the topsy-turviness going on, but we're going to see what's coming up and what's in store for us all. So grab your coffee, grab your tea, grab your popcorn, whatever you'd like. And let's get into this awesome Oracle Consciousness reading for the second quarter of 2021. Hello everyone, this is Lightstar and welcome back to my channel. I am excited today to do my Oracle Consciousness reading for 2021. This is the second quarter that I'm going to be doing a reading on. And so I just want to welcome you guys all, and I'm excited to get started. For those of you guys that are just joining me here for the first time, welcome. And I also want to say, if you'd like to join this tribe, go ahead and hit the subscribe button that YouTube calls it subscribe. I call it joining the tribe. And I'd love to have you on here. And welcome back to all of you who are the subscribers and the tribe members here. Love you guys. And also, if you want to share or comment and, get the video content out, hit the like button. Also very good. And also hit the notifications bell so that you don't miss a thing when new videos come out. So for those of you guys that also would like to watch me on other platforms, I am on BitChute and Brighteon, Odyssey and Library, and you can check those out. They're usually up after the YouTube video goes up, so you can check that out. And also thank you so much to all of my patrons who are helping me to support me on my Patreon page, which you can check out where that is down below. And also for those of you guys that have also just like to donate on PayPal, I also have that option. It keeps the flow going here, and I so appreciate all of you guys. Huge hugs, huge kisses to all of you for supporting me. This is a lot of work if you haven't noticed, and playing around with green screen technology and new different things, new technologies. And so I may not be doing that all the time because it's a lot of work, but I do appreciate everything that you guys have done for helping me and supporting me in my work. So thank you for that. As we know, there's a lot of platforms that are disappearing, poof, into never land, right? And so I don't want that to happen, but if it does, and you can't find me, go check out my website, lightstarcreations.com, and bookmark that page. Contact page has everything about where I am, all the different sites that I'm on. So bookmark that, and for sure. And if those of you guys that are looking for re-platforming assistance or would like to go on to different platforms and have a ton of videos and don't have time to re-upload it all, Matthew Raymer with Anomalist Design can assist you guys with that. He helped me, and it was a tremendous help because I couldn't have done this myself. And he's a great guy, and he has a great service. He also does web design, web development, and YouTube content creator consulting. So you can check out his information, also linked below. So that's that. So let's get into today's content, which is the Oracle Consciousness reading for the second quarter of 2021. Now, typically when I do these readings, I like to look backwards just a slight bit at the last quarter, and I'm using my Magical Dimensions Oracle deck, which is, a lot of you guys are familiar with this deck or have it, and if you don't have it, go get it. It's on my website. But basically, I use that as my little guidance navigator because it's so accurate with energies and what's going on. So I want to use that also here, but we're going to look a little bit at the first quarter, what we're coming out of, then we'll go into what's coming up the second quarter. So in order to do this, I don't have a little table here, so I've already picked the cards, but I'm just going to pull them over here because I haven't looked at them yet, so I don't really know what they are. But we're going to look at them together. But I did get two cards that I'm going to pick for just what we're coming out of, like the energies that maybe we were supposed to have gained from the first quarter in 2021. As we know, this is kind of a tumultuous year filled with, transition, transformation. So, par for the course, it was last year and it will be this year too. So let's see what is coming up I picked 2 cards here. And the first card that we see is Liberation. Okay. Card number 26, Liberation. We've got power, fulfillment, and self-attainment. And so with this card, we know that we were working with a lot of power issues. Okay, so there's a lot of issues going on. Also feeling like we kind of came out of a difficult period of time, especially here in the United States, where we've got a lot of stuff going on, and all the political mumbo jumbo and everything that's going on there. So, but we feel like we've been dealing with power issues. Okay, so we're still coming into this place, but I feel like we should have gotten a bit of information or gained some information from that first quarter. That I'm going to pull the second card here, which is Exiled, for number 14. Illusion of separation, disconnect, and isolation. Okay, so we've got power, fulfillment, and self-attainment mixed with illusion of separation, disconnect, and isolation. Boy, have we not been isolated, right? From a lot of different things going on and feeling like we just don't have rights anymore. And, all these things are coming up with those issues, feeling like we're kind of shut out. And so that's kind of what was going on. I feel like this is just describing what was kind of going on in that first quarter. But a little still confusing, still in that place of like what's real, what's not real, what's really going on. How do we get our rights back? How do we become sovereign beings? How do we stay sovereign beings? All these different things I feel is what was coming up with the cards for the first quarter, at least as far as the summary goes, what we may be still going through, and also what we were supposed to be learning, attaining. I read these things on a sort of a macro level, and then also I can go into the micro level, but since it's a general reading, I'm kind of looking at the consciousness and what was going on there. So that's what we're looking at. Now I'm going to move into just what do I have? 3 cards that I picked that were intuitively I just picked. It's not going with one of my layouts or spreads in the guidebook, but for these I just go kind of intuitively. And so I've got 3 cards. Let's see what the first one is. These are kind of split up into the second quarter. We divide that into 3 halves, so it'll be like the first quarter. This is what I'm picking the first card. The second part of that quarter is the second card, and then the third part of that quarter is generally the third card. I mean, they go together, but it just goes in that way. We're looking at the next couple months, okay? So the first card we have is Awakening. And number 3, this is Ancient Knowledge, Memories, and Connection. And so this is interesting because what I feel is that this is really telling is that there is more information to come out yet. Okay, we're not done with disclosure by any means. And I feel like we're going to be getting some more information, more things that will be coming out that will awaken us. We are in the Great Awakening. For those of you guys who are wondering when that's going to happen or waiting around for when that's happening, we're already in it. Okay, so we are already in this process of the Great Awakening, but it goes in stages. There's different phases, different stages that happens. So I feel like we're going to be getting some more information, more things coming forth to assist us with the what we're supposed to be getting. And I feel like that has to do with disclosure and all the information that is being hidden and that is now going to be coming out. It's also indicative, I feel also that we just passed a marker. I'm not an astrologist, but I was hearing about how we had 7 planets in Aquarius just in the middle of February. I think it was around the 10th. And to be honest, like this is indicative of the age of Aquarius, if there ever was one. I feel like we kind of were already in that, but that's kind of a marker as well. Maybe it's just a validation. A lot of Aquarian energy. So I also feel this is too pushing more information. I don't know how long those planets are going to be lasting in those different places, but 7 planets, in Aquarius. That's a lot of Aquarian energy. Now, I'm an Aquarius, so yay for that. I'm all excited about that. I'm like, bring it on. But, you know, some people may not be as ready for that. So we have to be careful of that. The second card, interesting, attachment. And this is card number 2, accumulation, defensiveness, and scarcity. Okay, so the content may really have to do with money and where we've been using money, where we've been losing money. Okay, and this could be in our personal lives too. I'm talking about the macro on the cosmic level here, but also look about it in your own life. There may be information coming forth that having to do with money and also things and where we've hoarded, where we've tucked away things, where we're not really being generous and where we're being, you know, just stuck in our own attachment energies where we want to hold on to everything. But I also feel like it's also emulating what may be shown in the spotlight of life, where we're going to see some things where some of the negative aspects that will come to surface, some of the shadowy side that I feel is going to be coming out even more so than what already has been. Maybe there's an acceleration of that, and some of the energies that want to hold on to their negative energies that they have been working with, corruption, whether it be that, whether it be some even worse things that I'm not going to talk about here, but we all kind of know, I think, what word I'm referring to here, those of you that are awakened. But I feel like that stuff is going to come out, and then there's going to be even more claws or clutches holding on for dear life for their own, you know, agendas to be forthcoming. Okay, so that's kind of where I'm seeing that. And the third card that goes with this is isolation. Isolation number 25. This is loneliness, reconnection, and home. And where I feel this is going, again, we're talking in kind of the third-ish part of the second quarter, kind of that sort of tail end of the second quarter, that because it's talking about information coming out, all disclosures coming out, awakenings happening even more and accelerated, more things coming out that will cause people to sort of hold on to dear life with what they have in their life or what they feel is supporting them and guiding them, and it's not coming from a God-sanctioned place or whatever, that this also will cause, but I also feel like there will also be reconnections happening because of that. So as things get uncovered, as things lift up and we get to see what's underneath, that also gives us a more and stronger force to reconnect with those who are like-minded, those who are like us, to connect with those individuals and to come to a place of knowing who you are in alignment with. Okay, it's kind of where I'm feeling this is going. But I also feel people will be reconnecting. There's also it's coming to me that there's going to be some information that's going to come forth that has to do with the underground stuff. Okay, I'm not going to talk about that, but because I can't here. But the underground stuff that I feel is coming to the surface, and I feel there will be some reconnections there. I also feel like some of those beings are already going off planet and into other places for healing. And so there's going to be some healing and reconnection of families that will be reoccurring from this. This may go on a lot longer than just this this next quarter, but I feel that's very important and significant as well. So I wanted to put that out there. So this is what we got energy-wise for the second quarter. I'm going to sum it up with 2 cards here that are just summaries here. And the first one I've got is Majestic Eminence, which is a beautiful card of female energy. It's number 27, Priestess, Divine Feminine, and Worth. And I feel like we're coming forth into a place where that energy needs to come in a more balanced way. We've been pulling this card a lot in the last couple of years, but I feel like overall, the energies of what I was just talking about, the difficult things, the challenging things, the transitions that we're going to be going through, and information that may be coming up to the surface is going to require the more female feminine energy to deal with it, to handle it, and to heal it. So that's what I'm feeling this card is representing. We also have the card of number 21, which is higher perspective, and the cosmos, awakening, and unity. So this is really just summing up the whole reason why this is all happening. The whole reason why the Great Awakening and the disclosure processing, all of that is to wake us all up, to connect and see things from that higher perspective and be connected to that God light, whatever you want to call it. Okay, it's not a religious thing, it's more of a spiritual thing, and it's more of a personal thing. But wherever you connected with that God light, that source within you, and to get your intuition to re-energize you if you feel depleted, to see things that are going on in the world from a much higher perspective so you don't get sucked in and, oh my God, life's ending, this whole world's going crazy, which it is, but, we don't need to be sucked into it and get embedded within it. We can actually kind of be a little bit of the observer, seeing it from the higher perspectives of things. So overall, that's kind of what I'm seeing going on. Again, we're still dealing in the midst of the second quarter with a lot of things coming out. Information is going to come out even more. So I also feel like that, just be ready for some, as if we haven't had enough already going on, the constant information overload, which is in a good way, but try to not get so wrapped up in all the things that you see. A lot of the things that you see is going to take some discernment on your part to be able to know whether that is the truth, know whether that is fabricated, know whether, it's kind of a little bit of both, and where it's at with it, so that you get stronger in knowing what you feel in resonance with and what you don't, okay? There's some things that are just, given, that we all just kind of know, but there's other things that are nebulous, and everyone's got their own opinions as well. We have a lot of opinions on this planet, if you haven't noticed. Everyone's basically got one, and not everybody's matches each other. So, and that's just the way it is in duality zone down here. So you're gonna have to just accept that, not everybody's gonna think alike, and nor should we. But there are some level of basic concepts about, humanity and how to be a, half human, half, ET, half a hybrid person down here, and do your mission effectively while staying balanced and not getting wrapped up in all of the 3D mess. And so we've got a lot of energies coming in. So I feel like we're just going to have to keep going, and to, go in your heart, be in your heart. As always, with everything that you do in life, be coming from that heart space and also coming from the higher perspective. We are being asked right now in these times, in these difficult times, to stand and rise above some of the mess that I'm talking about here, some of the lower energies, but just see it for what it is an opportunity for the awakening to happen so that people can wake up. And sometimes that happens quite jarringly and not as nicely as we would like it, but sometimes it has to happen that way. So some things that are coming out or happening in the, whatever political scenes and all of that stuff, and in the cosmos and the world at large, is for the greater good, to be able to see what's really going on, and for us to make some conscious choices to raise the consciousness of our whole entire planet. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this little Oracle Consciousness reading. Please feel free to go on to my website if you'd like to work with me further at LIGHTSTARCreations.com, where I've got all of my artwork and my Magical Dimensions Oracle deck that you can get, as well as my custom art and all the goodies that I have, sessions and everything else that's going on there. So please feel free to go check that out. I've got music as well, my magical, yes, it is magical. My magical 444 music activation, as well as my Transcension 2222 vision quests and music activation. So I'd like to send you guys off with some love and light, as I always like to do. stemming from the galactics, the angelics, and the elementals. So stay beautiful and brilliant as all of you are, and I will see you very soon. Bye now.